Leon Shearhart.
I am.
This guy was a character deluxe. He was an excellent broadcaster. He had a giant voice. In fact, today, you still hear his voice on commercials for Roto-Rooter.
I did not know that.
He actually came before I was there, but I knew his voice, and I met him years later when he went to work at KVOO as a salesman, and I was an advertising agent, and I would buy commercials from him, and he was really talented. He had a big, deep voice, funny.
Big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's probably 6'5".
Well, I don't think he's quite that big, but his personality was, yes.
He was tall, loved John Wayne, which, right up your alley. And he was really funny and a nice fella and cared. He cared that the client that he sold the commercial to, he cared that they sold the product. Mm-hmm. He really cared, and he wasn't a guy that would sign you up for a whole bunch of stuff you didn't need. He was an excellent guy. It was too bad we lost him early. But Leon Shearhart, he was a great guy.
Leon, like you mentioned, both of us have a big love for John Wayne items, memorabilia, and he's the one that actually got me into it. But he'd been out the house, so of course my daughters knew him. And the year that the tornado hit Catoosa, I'm not sure what year that was.
Was it 92?
Well, I don't
Something
know.
Like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But regardless,
that hit the truck stop.
We had been over to Tulsa to the movie when it hit. We didn't know about it until we walked out of the movie, and of course we couldn't get home. Knowing at the same time we knew that our youngest daughter, Christy, was there by herself.
At your home.
At our home, and we didn't think there was any danger then because it was all over with. But we wanted to get in touch with her, which we couldn't because this was before iPhones and so forth. And so we had to go around by Owasso and come in. Well, we get home, and Christy's there, of course, and we asked her, were you worried and scared or anything? She said, I was until I started listening to Leon. He had been coming home from KVOO, and when it hit, he couldn't get home, so he checked into a motel. And he had the means to broadcast. So he was giving live broadcasts, during the first parts of the cleanup. Mm-hmm. And Christy, by listening to his voice and knowing who he was, she felt safe and everything. Yeah. And so I owed Leon a lot more than just friendship. Yeah. So
there was, terrific people that worked at that radio station. Really, almost all of them were characters in some way, but that made it interesting. You never knew what was going to happen.